You like my Glencairns, pink and plastic?
Lower, baby. No, he's not even poured yet, Ricky. Here are what they look like. B for me is much lighter looking than the other four. Hello, YouTube. This is the first time that's been entirely virtual. Cody's block
Okay.
out the light.
God.
Okay, let's just go start with A and work our way down to D. I don't like that smell. It's kind of candy cane like.
Like oak, maybe like prune, and yeah, like peppermint.
Yeah, I was gonna say peppermint. Yeah, oak, some char.
So like kind of floral to me. Potpourri a little bit, like in a wet forest. What are you doing?
Maybe a little sweetness. I don't know what it is, but honey or
Kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Mike and Ike, and that little doughiness back behind that. Let's go ahead and sip it.
I was gonna pour it in my ass, but
I don't know how that would help anything, Cody. I just don't.
was it unpleasant? It's
Um,
like kind of like a dark sweetness.
I think I'm still in candy cane realm.
it's like a sheet of a log that you cut the outside layer of. You got some date like jam, and you spread just a real thin layer over it, and then you put it on the fire for like 5 minutes. It's a little sweetness, but not that sweet. It's mostly just kind of like dark oak kind of tasting. Really, it's not that. Oh, and you sprinkled like a little bit of peppermint, but not a lot.
The woodiness and the like tree barkness is coming out more and more as I drink it. So you're definitely right about that.
Maybe a little like molasses or something, but
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
even like there might be like a dark fruit on it, but if there is, it's barely there. It's not spicy, it's not like fruity, it's just like dark.
To me, it's leafy.
The aftertaste, it's kind of bizarre. It's like instantly you taste it, you're like, oh, that's kind of what it smelled like and how it looks, but actually it doesn't taste like that much, really.
It has a lot of flavor, but none of it's distinct.
I was just gonna say, I think, yeah, like the oakiness, and then like maybe it's like liquor, like black licorice or something.
Maybe.
Move on to the strange-looking guy over here.
Don't talk to Ricky like that.
Smelled popcorn for a second on this one, but I don't know.
It smells like soapy to me almost.
Hints of white dog with sweetness.
Like maybe a kettle corn.
That fake butter that used the pump smell, kind of with butter corn.
Now, the more I smell, the more it smells. It's like going from like the kettle corn, like you guys were saying, to like the butteriness is still there, but it's like a cinnamon roll, but like not not sugary, but it's just like it had butter on it instead of sugar. It's kind of hard to describe. Like
There's something vaguely like fruity about it, like almost like a processed like fruit snack type fruit, like like when you get Welch's, but just the dark flavors. Like I forget, it's like Welch's berries or something, but it's
It smelled water, man. It smells like teriyaki, no?
yeah, whatever artificial berry flavor is.
Fresh pizza dough, and then instead of the sauce, you pump that fake pumped butter on there, and then you put a few fruit snacks on it.
Yeah,
And then you
that's
blend it
exactly
with
how what they were going for when they made this bourbon, Cody. Congratulations.
all right, down the hatch.
You're gonna just taste how it smells, which is
Yeah, very
Just as-
buttery.
Very sweet, but also light. That there's no finish on this. Man, this seems really low proof.
Why all the flavors it does have, I feel like they're just kind of like, well, I could say diluted, but that also kind of like makes it sound like it's watery. I don't think it's watery, but it's just like, I don't know.
I would say it's watery myself.
but instead they used the popcorn flavored fake butter and then just diluted it a bunch, and they're like, there, it's corn. It's got like its own and they added sugar. It's got its own unique flavor that I wouldn't say is like corn, really. Like it's like a fake corn.
The sweetness is hard to describe because it's verging on something like a sugar cookie, but
You've done it again, Adrian.
Well, I like them.
I mean, neither of these so far have been offensive, but yeah, I don't know what exactly either of them taste like. I'm gonna move on to C.
Burning Band-Aids.
Definitely is unique compared to the other two we had.
I thought A was smoky.
Is this a Scotch, Adrian, or what's going on over here?
Yeah, people like this too, and it's like, why?
I don't think, for what it's worth, I don't think this is as bad as like the one we just had. The last time it was over. There's like pickle and like
relish.
Yeah, I was going to say like, yeah, or actually I was going to say maybe even like horseradish or mustard. Dive on in. Welcome. Come on in, Cody. The water's fine, baby. Delicious in here.
It was made with love.
No, I genuinely think this doesn't taste as bad as the other like three we've had that have had that smell.
Like maybe corn or something.
It's like smoke, corn, a little sour, and then that kind of almost like that root sweet vegetable, but like amped up to 11 to kind of give it that iodine. But it's like maybe where you got like the horseradish, that like root vegetable, really powerful, like a hot nasally way, but like that sweet root vegetable, smoky, briny.
Like this is like, seriously, this would go well on a barbecue because it's like, it makes me think of like pulled pork and sauerkraut and like all that summer stuff. And it's just like, because you definitely have smokiness, you have mustard-ish family, and the smokiness makes you think also of meat. So it'd be a good pairing. You know, and then also use Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Be like a little burnt rubber smell in this too.
Yes. Let's try it.
With a turd floating in it. Taste as it smells. It's more burnt though. More sweet than it smells.
Yeah.
Which is not helpful.
Well, Rick, you mentioned relish before.
Let's say like a sweet relish. Changing brine to sweet relish, burnt rubber, and root vegetable.
This is really weird. I don't hate it, if I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't say I like it either. I wish that sweet note is a little too damn strong. If that was dialed back a little bit.
It's just so weird.
But this is like an abortion to me. Because like
I just
now, Cody.
I can't decide if I like it or hate it.
I will say there's a lot of flavors going on here, so I don't want to say it's not complex, but it's like a small C, and also what this lacks, I think, is maturity. I think if this sat for a lot longer, a lot of those rubber smells and flavors would mellow.
Like it's definitely more interesting than B. But you guys all said like B tastes like smelled a lot sweeter. So
He's like, it's like in a horror movie, you know, when like they want to make something look freaky, so they just have like a mannequin's like face like shaking like this, and it's like sped up.
I don't know. It's tough. I think it like choosing between B and C is gonna be hard for me.
Top 3 flavors you would say are in an Isla Scotch. Why aren't you just drinking Isla Scotch?
All right, so D. So yeah, so we're back to normalcy on this one. Normality.
It's another one that doesn't smell like that much. Smells kind of jammy in some way, like a dark fruit jam once again, which I already said for the first one, but
man,
a little bit of raisin Wonder Bread.
Sure, yeah, it's like a raisin jam.
Lotiony hairspray whip off of this. A little bit more minty wintergreen.
Here we are, Aiden. Here we
go.
God,
no!
It's a bowl of vanilla ice cream.
Uh-huh.
Drizzled with a salted fig and caramel sauce. I get kind of a salt off of it. Fig and caramel sauce. A little sprig of mint to the side for a garnish.
Yeah, caramel. There you go. That's what I was smelling.
I can see the salt, but the caramel I'm struggling with. For me, it could be more kind of like a salt, like a sea salt, like toffee. like almost pushing towards like chocolate.
Something like green beans or something in the back, in the very back.
Yeah, there's something vegetal going on.
I guess that'd be vegetal.
No, I do think actually the more I smell this, the more I think. Okay, you Cody, you're the tea expert. Is it chai tea? Is there any tea that you're smelling here?
Maybe like a green or chai. I don't know, like maybe, but I don't get as much tea. Rather than tea, I guess I could see the vegetal thing that you guys are talking about, but it's real faint for me. It's not.
Can you scoot your camera back just a little bit because now your face is mostly off screen.
I want to be intense, you see.
All right, well, let's drink this thing. Son of a bitch if I don't taste green beans, Ricky. Now you got that ruminating up in the noggin.
A little confectionery sugar still with the...
Yeah, I think it's still kind of in the back, at least for me.
I maybe get a little oakiness. I get the fig/date and confectioner sugar. That's about it. I don't... It's like maybe...
Vegetation?
Not that much. Maybe like somebody stirred it with a green bean and that's it. It's like,
Cody, by God, you done it again. Yes, that's exactly what they did. They took a green bean and they stirred.
I just compared this to A. A is a little bit sweeter. They're very similar though. This one's more vegetal or whatever, herbal, whatever.
Told you, Cody. Told you. Told you.
Got some good char on it.
A is definitely more. A is more.
Oh, I guess it's time to go through all of them. All right, here we go.
Done.
Yeah, Cody's already ready apparently, so it's up to you and me, Rick, to figure out our order.
Pairing A with D. D is like you can definitely smell the vegetation after on D. Yeah, B after okay, I finally re-smelled B, and to me, B smells like candy corn, like straight candy corn.
Once you get past the smell on C, for me, it's really not that bad, I gotta say. Whew, okay. I'm ready.
I got my bottom two. Okay. I think I got my order. Who wants to go first? Who's got pen and paper to write it down?
No, Cody, you were done first. Why don't you go first?
3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 3.
Sir, these are labeled A, B, C, D. Can you give a response in letters?
Be a trailblazer.
All right. I will do D, A, C, B.
That's my order.
I acknowledge that C is probably like better than maybe even a couple of these, like quality wise. I just personally, I don't understand you, sir.
If it weren't for the smell, because you have to smell it to drink it, like I think I would put C. C and A are not far apart. Like especially if you drink A and don't give yourself time to have a break between them, and then you just jump right to C, so you're like a little desensitized. You get past the smell without even like smelling it.
It's just like A, I get like more so like charred oak, and C, I just get burnt rubber.
I don't know. Okay, so. Rick, in my order is the consensus.
Like B is like this sucks, but C is like actively I'm like I don't want this.
B seriously to me might be. I'm sure it isn't, but it's probably the lowest tasting proof thing I've drank. Like it has no alcohol burn to it at all. Like it might as well just be a juice of some kind.
Between A and D though, because they are very similar, to clarify, like I just thought I guess I just like the palette of A more, what it brought, like the darker car
boils down to.
Before I reveal what these are, give me a sense of where you think these fall. At least like
Yeah.
Hi Ricky.
Yeah, dude.
Like
so what do you guys think the theme is?
We got sweet notes. We got smoky notes. We've got low ABV. I think, if I had to guess, low proof. Hey, Cody, you can chime in anytime. Interrupt me anytime you want.
Save Ricky.
$50 low proof bourbons.
finished in barrels that someone found on the side of the road.
We did Gimmick bourbons. These are Gimmick Ryes.
That was my second guess.
The worst one, B, is Whistlepig Roadstock Rye.
Hey, roadside barrels, Ricky.
The worst one, this was a gift to me, by the way, so I didn't spend any money on it, is MF Bonfire Smoky Rye. It was, check this out. Rye whiskey infused with Lapsang Souchong tea.
Yeah, it sucks dick.
Is that the tea that was like that was really smoky and like tasted like a scotch basically?
Yeah, like the taste wasn't as bad as the smell.
So everybody watching at home,
when you were really drunk,
Cody was extremely drunk and brought it over to me, scalding, like it was probably boiling in his hand. And he hands it to me, and like he's holding the handle. There's nothing for me to grab, and I tried to grab it. It burnt me, and then he spilled it on me, and then it spilled it on himself.
What is the Whistlepig finished in?
Believe it or not, this is aged in a semi truck, driving around the country. It's all okay. So this one's 86 proof. So this is very low. So we were right about that.
What is it? Jefferson's Ocean? We can be heads too.
Obviously, Smoky Rye is one gimmick. The other gimmick is that this is one of those celebrity brands. I think it's the guy who in Walking Dead played Negan. Okay, so it was finished in Bordeaux blend. Bordeaux is a very exclusive wine. Hey Cody, guess what? Guess what A is? It's Jefferson's Ocean Rye.
I don't know why none of these taste like rye except for D. I could see because we said vegetal.
And the winner is, this one's like actually one that gets fairly good hype, is Blackened, Rye the Lightning. So Rick, Blackened is Metallica's brand. And what they do.
Oh yeah, baby.
What do you think? What do you think the gimmick is, Rick? I'll tell you this: it was aged in Madeira and rum casks. The label gives you a hint.
So the age in metal barrels, or is it like a heart monitor or something?
It's so that's a waveform. They basically played music over the bourbon or over the whiskey.
That makes it taste better.
Yeah. Oh,
they can argue anything they want.
I'm gonna make my own bourbon, and I'm gonna I'm gonna put it on barrel. It's gonna be in a big warehouse.
no.
And every day I'm gonna walk into the middle of the room, drop my pants, and then do a 360 and then walk out. Aided in the fermentation process. I don't think I'd buy any of these, even if they were like 45. Being mean, and the gimmicks are so ridiculous. It makes me like them less.
I think Jefferson's Ocean's the most expensive. I don't know about the MF Bonfire. I didn't have to pay for it, so yes, Ricky.
What lucky secret admirer sent you those?
My mom.
Your thumb's like covering your face. Or listening.
I was gonna get naked and get in the bathtub and set it like on the toilet, so I'd just have like on the ledge of the toilet the 4 bourbons. And I just
If I ever get a bottle of Pappy, we're gonna do it like this. It's gonna be like just the greatest thing ever that we shouldn't even open to begin with, let alone blind taste it, let alone virtually.
like, I slept. I took a nap. It's 7:30. Okay, let's get these over with. Put your Pappy 15 over here. Your Willing Lulu
Sucks.
Where the f are you putting all these? Like every month, there's like 8 new bourbons that you give us that we've never had before. Where the f are you keeping all these?
All those behind me there.
Like, I'm gonna go get the sweeper, and you're like, ah, no, don't open that. They open a closet door, and it's like. It's like ambulance. It just cuts like ambulance siren.
So every time your niece cries or something, you need to act like you're crying, Ricky, and that'll mask it. You know.
Okay.
Pick up your mouse and chuck it across the room. Ah!
How do I turn this darn thing off now?